Everybody, I thought I'd share the build out of my truck that I use for work every day. I have a lot of Festool equipment and all in systainers, and been trying a couple things over the years, and I'm trying a new build out here where I can have pullouts and be able to get to my stuff easier than I have in the past. So hopefully this is helpful to some people, and we'll see. So what I've done already is I've actually removed all of the rear seats. This is a 2010 Gmc Sierra with the extended cab. So I removed the seat. Doesn't take a whole lot. There's just a couple of bolts to remove that. Then I've built platforms over the years in here, but just trying to come up with a different way to get more space, and thought if I took the seats out, because I never usually take my tools out of the truck anyway, then I might be able to utilize it better. So not sure how this will show up, but we'll give it a shot. So I started out with a platform. So there's two pieces of the original platform. Got some legs on it, and that just slips in. Drops in like that, so it gives me a nice stable platform to build out on. And then I've got a second piece that goes in the back, but the nice thing about this is I get with a bunch of storage underneath here. I've got a box on the other side that I put screws in, but like some small parts that I want to get to periodically are in here. And this is the second piece. So just a piece of 1/4 inch plywood with some 3/4 glued to it and screwed. And that just drops in. So that just drops in there, and then I've got two screws that goes in there, and then I'm going to build a drawer here with it's a 36-inch full extension, 250-pound drawer slide, and then I've got another one for a 24-inch on the other side that we're going to build, and then I've got this shelf here, which I didn't have before, which I can put my systainer ones on top of that.
I decided to go ahead and use pocket screws to put most of this together. I could have used dominoes, but pocket screws work really well, so we just decided to go with that. Just doing simple frames, ripping 3/4 inch Baltic birch down, and just pocket screws and glue and hold together. So I just did 2 quick frames, and then put the drawer slides in. Ended up having to use some Allen head screws for some of the stuff, and then I use regular bolts for the back of it, 5/16 bolts, because I couldn't get my socket in for the front screws, but the back ones I could. And after I got the drawer slides in, just went back to the chop saw and made simple frames for the drawers. Again, more pocket screws, just glues and screws, and put that together. Just a simple frame, again, Baltic birch. And then for the tops, another piece of 3/4 inch Baltic birch, and glued and screwed those. Got a little handle on each side, so I could grab it and slide it in and out. For the driver's side shelf, I decided to put a couple of little just stops that would keep the drawers or the systainers from sliding side to side, and then sliding forward, as there's a little storage area in front of it between the seat. The other side didn't need it because it's actually gets stuff that I put in there. It kind of wedges it in, so it doesn't have a chance to slide one way or another. in there and get it operating good. And then, so there, like I said, there was 2 little screws, one on either side. That's the only thing that holds the thing together. It actually wedges in there. There's notches in the back are for where the seat belts would go, and the plywood locks in there, and there's also a couple of bolts in that bottom piece that hold it from sliding back and forth. So once it's in there, it doesn't move. It's pretty much locked in there. So on the far side, I have 2 systainers with screws and stuff, and then I've got another box that goes on that with hole saws, and then some miscellaneous tools on top of that. That one I probably won't use as much the drawer slide as I will the driver side. In the next row, I've got some of the systainers that I don't use often. I've got some different boxes I don't use. My main boxes are going to be the 2 rows behind the driver's seat. The very bottom dark one is one of the wider ones, and that's what my Sawzall fits into. And then on behind it, I've got 4 of the Sys1 boxes. I've got screws, and I've got my small drill, the installer kit, and then my multi-tool. So those are something I use regularly, and they're pretty easy to get to with this. And then I've got my new HKC 55, the construction saw, and then my general tools. So I can slide out, I can reach everything, I can reach back and grab. That was really, those back ones were the hardest ones to get to, and that second row was hard to get to also. I think currently there's like 17 systainers in there. I think I could probably do approximately 20 depending on the size. There's room behind the driver's seat, which normally that's kind of a catch-all that I throw things in, and in between jobs, or just something that I'll throw in there if I don't need it. So let's fill it all back up. So hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to be making more videos soon. So thank you.